Hello, here we are going to see about the differential phase shift keying, its transmitter and receiver type, and also the MRI PSK types. So first one is differential phase shift keying. So differential phase shift keying is a differently coherent modulation method. So it is not need a synchronous carrier at the demodulator. So the input sequence of binary bit is modified such that the next bit depends upon the previous bit. So therefore the receiver in the previous received bits are used to detect the present bit. So this common form of phase modulation that will convey the data by changing the phase of the carrier wave. So this problem can overcome by using the data to change rather than set the phase. So another variant of DPSK is symmetric differential phase shift keying, that is where encoding would be plus 90 degree for 1 and minus 90 degree for 0. DPSK transmitter. So here we have a use that the waveforms of the above circuit will be B of t is equal to D of t in plus B of t minus tb. The initial value of B of t minus tb is assumed to be 0. So the differentially encoded signal B of t then performs the BPSK modulation of carrier, that is root 2p cos 2 pi f naught t. So it will be phase shift of the carrier after modulation. So observing the phase of the carrier changes by 180 degree or pi radians only when d of t will be 1. So we have taken the two successive bits of d of t are checked for any change of level. The one symbol has two bits, that is symbol of duration t is equal to duration of 2 bits 2 tb. So s of t is equal to b of t into root 2p cos 2 pi f naught t, that is plus or minus root 2p cos 2 pi f naught t. Next one is DPSK receiver. So in this method, to recover the binary sequence from DPSK signal, we are using the DPSK receiver. So here we are the equivalent to each other, and it will represent the first type is phase shift in received signal. So during the transmission, the DPSK signal will undergo some phase shift theta. Therefore, the signal will received at the input of the receiver is received signal is equal to B of t root 2t cos 2 pi f naught t plus theta. So next it will be given to the synchronous detector or multiplier output. That is, the signal is multiplied with its delayed version by 1 bit. So therefore the output of the multiplier is B of t into B of t minus tb, P of cos 2 pi f naught tb plus cos 4 pi f naught into t minus tb by 2 plus 2 theta. So here then it will be passed to the integrator, that is the above signal is given to the integrator. So in the kth bit interval, the integrator output can be written. So after finishing the integrator, it will be sent to the decision device. So this decision device will be find out the recovered binary data, and it will give the accurate shape of the recovered binary data at the DPSK receiver output. Advantages. So this modulation doesn't need the carrier signal at the end of the receiver circuit. So therefore the compound circuits are not required for DPSK. So the bandwidth of the DPSK requirement is low, and it will be evaluated to BPSK modulation. So another thing is non-consistent receivers are simple and inexpensive to construct, therefore extensively used in the wireless communication. Disadvantages. So the bit error rate or chance of error is high in DPSK contrast to BPSK. So the interference of the noise in DPSK is much more when compared to the other PSK signals. So this modulation will employ the two consecutive bits intent for its response. So thus this error will be in the primary bit and it makes error within a subsequent bit as well as consequently error spreads. Applications. So it is used in wireless communications like RFID, WLANs and also in Bluetooth. Next we are going to see about the MRI PSK. So the MRI PSK is MRI phase shift keying and it is a modulation where the data bits will select one of the M phase shifted versions of the carrier to transmit the data. So the BPSK transmits one bit at a time and it has only two symbols. Whenever the symbol is changed, the phase shift is 2 pi by number of symbols. Okay, so here we have used the M possible waveforms and all have the same amplitude and frequency but different phases. That is M is equal to 2 power n, where n is the integers. So phase shift keying in QPSK is 2 pi by number of symbols, that is 2 pi by m. So the duration of the each symbol will be NTB, that is NTB is equal to TS. So since there are m symbols, the method is called as the MRI PSK and the transmitted waveform represented in MRI PSK as S of t is equal to root 2 PS cos 2 pi f naught t plus phi m. Here we are using the m value as 0, 1, etc. up to m minus 1. So the symbol phase angle is given as phi m is equal to 2m plus 1 into pi by m. So next we are going to see the signal space diagram. So the above equations can be expanded as S of t is equal to root 2 ps cos pi m into cos 2 pi f naught t minus root 2 ps sin phi m into sin pi 2 pi f naught t. So let's arrange the above equation as S of t is equal to root of ps ts into root 2 by ts cos phi m into cos 2 pi f naught t minus root of ps ts into root 2 by ts sin phi m sin 2 pi f naught t, that is equal to root of ps ts cos phi m phi 1 of t minus root of ps ts sin phi m phi 2 of t. So here phi 1 of t is equal to root of 2 by ts cos 2 pi f naught t and phi 2 of t is equal to root of 2 by ts sin 2 pi f naught t. So next, the power spectral density of the MRI PSK is, the symbol duration of MRI PSK is TS equal to NTB. Here n is the number of input successive bits combined and baseband spectral density QPSK is SB of QPSK of f is equal to 2 PS TS into sin pi f TS by pi f TS the whole squared. So if we put TS is equal to NTB in the above equation, we will get the power spectral density as SB of f is equal to 2 PS NTB into sin of pi f NTB divided by pi f NTB the whole squared. Then we have to find out the bandwidth of the MRI PSK. So the spectrum is placed at the carrier frequency after the modulation is over. So that is bandwidth is equal to Fs minus of minus Fs, that is 2Fs equal to 2 by Ts is equal to 2 by NTB, that is 2Fb by N. This is the bandwidth of MRI PSK. Next we are going to see about the MRI PSK transmitter side. So here the simplified MRI PSK transmitter contains the serial to parallel converter which will form the symbol of n successive bits. So this is the output of serial to parallel converter is n bit words. So digital to analog converter output will remain unchanged till the last nth bit is received. So depending upon the input n bits, the output of the digital to analog converter is defined. So this output is m of t, and again the serial to parallel converter will start taking the bits for next n words. So the output of the digital to analog converter will remain unchanged till the last bit is received. So that is 2 power n is equal to m different values. So this modulator will modulate the phase of the sinusoidal carrier and it will depend upon the amplitude of the symbol m of t. Next one is MRA-PSK receiver. So here it is similar to the QPSK receiver side, but the input signal S of t is raised to mth power. So the band pass filter will extract the frequency component m of 0 and this frequency is divided by m to obtain the carrier frequency f0. So the coherent carriers are generated and applied to two multipliers. That is, the output of the multipliers are given to the integrators. So the integrators will integrate over the period of Ts is equal to NTB. So the output of the integrators are sampled after the period Ts is every cycle and applied to the analog to digital converter. So the integrator outputs are proportional to TSPE and TSP0. So these voltages are applied to analog to digital converter and it will reconstruct the n-bit symbols. So this n-bit symbol is given to the parallel to serial converter and it will generate the bit sequence B of t. Next we are going to see about the 8 PSK transmitter side. So the three successive bits are combined to represent the 2 power 3 is equal to 8 levels. So it is known as the 8 PSK modulation. So here the binary data arrives at the FB bits per second. So the demultiplexer will split the input binary data as BK, BK plus 1 and BK plus 2. So note the bit rate of each of BK, BK plus 1 and BK plus 2 is 1/3 of the input data rate, that is FB by 3. So these two bits BK, BK plus 1 are given to the upper digital to analog converter. Hence it is the output has 4 levels. Similarly, the bits BK, BK plus 2 are applied to the lower digital to analog converter. Hence the output also have 4 levels. So the outputs of the digital to analog converters are given to balanced modulators. That is the oscillators will generate the carriers for balanced modulators. So 90-degree phase shift carrier is given to lower modulator to have the quadrature modulations. And finally, it will add the output of the balanced modulator to form the 8 PSK output. So the 4 levels of upper modulator and 4 levels of the lower modulator will form the 8 distinct levels of modulation. Next one is 8 PSK receiver. So here the 8 PSK signal is applied to the power amplifier splitter. It will split the 8 PSK signal to in-phase and quadrature components. So then the in-phase component is applied to upper detector and the quadrature component to lower detector. So the detectors will obtain the 4-level signal back from the modulated input signal. So note that the carrier sign 2 pi f0t and cos 2 pi f0t are derived from 8 PSK input signal with the help of the carrier recovery circuit. So the analog to digital converters obtain the binary data from 4-level PAM signal. Then the bits BK, BK plus 1, BK bar and BK plus 2 are given to the serial converter. So it will give the serial data back. So this is the, then it will provide the output as binary data output. Thank you.